I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Radcliff. I am a visionary. I have gone to visionary studies at the George Washington Carver University of Visionary Studies. And I need to bring to light something that you most likely do not know about. Many have been keeping this from you, keeping a vast secret. I hope that I don't scare anyone off by what I'm about to tell you. There's a great threat looming on the horizon. It's coming soon, and I'd like to let you know about this threat. This threat coming up is the great whale apocalypse. The whales are preparing to rise up. You may think that they are simply gentle-natured, that they would never hurt anyone. That's, of course, how they seem. They have a big smile, soft, soothing tones of their song. But let me tell you, there's a lot going on behind the scenes. You may think I'm joking here, but it's something that they're just preparing. They're preparing a force. We've sent in certain confederates of ours to see what we can find against them. And you might know these as sea lions. Well, I tell you, if you could speak sea lion, they're a great smarter race than you know of. But they send the orcas out. The orcas take out sea lions and do it in a displaying way. You might have seen this on the National Geographic Channel. And it's just because they know that they're working with us. They found out the whales. We underestimated them at first. I'll give them that. Now you might be wondering, why should we feel threatened by the whales? Let me show you why. A little sketch here. Now, that looks a lot like a human hand, right? Well, it's not. That is the bone structure for the whale slipper. They are sea mammals that have a thumb. Now, it's not prehensile yet, but they're getting there. Once they have prehensile thumbs, they'll be able to use weapons. They'll be able to use computers. They'll be able to tap into the internet. They'll be able to go on Wikipedia. Do you know how much you can find out on Wikipedia? You can find out that whales have thumbs. Now, you might be wondering, is this time soon? I only have one answer for that. 2012. All the calendars end on 2012. And, there's many theories. But my theory, and it's been seen by others. If you look into the prophecies of Nostradamus, Edward Casey, they saw the whales coming. They knew the threat that was looming on the horizon. You never saw them going out into the ocean, Nostradamus, he didn't have a yacht. He didn't go out there to sail around for no good reason. No. They knew the threats they could see. So, you're probably wondering, what can we do about this threat? And certain people on the globe are already taking care of it and trying to do something against it. First are the Japanese. They've got a good idea. You stab them. You just go out there in the boat and just shoot big pieces of steel. That takes care of the whale pretty good. Now, sadly, the other countries don't understand that, such as the United States. They think that they're trying to make a profit off of getting something out of the whales, off of the whale's blubber and things like that. But they're taking care of a threat. They understand the doom that's coming. Now, there's another way that we're looking into, and that's with working with penguins. The penguins, well, first, they're hunted by some of the whales, and two, they like to eat fish, and whales eat a lot of fish. And so they're having a problem because we also like to eat fish, and they're running out of food because of all these whales. I mean, they're so much bigger than a penguin. So we've been working with Danny DeVito. He's been talking with penguins. He says he's making good headway, but they're not totally on. I mean, we've got like some of the puffins in Hawaii. They're pretty on board, you know. Some of those surfing penguins that are in Hawaii, those guys, well, they're not very reliable. I think they get stoned a lot. What you can probably do is purchase your readiness kit. Now, your readiness kit comes in many different levels. Your basic readiness kit is a rubber raft and a steel harpoon. It's going to be a hand-tossed harpoon. Now, I do actually have these available on my website, and which will give you later on. The reason you'll want these is because when the whales come out of the water, once their hands are prehensile, remember, they breathe air. They're going to stalk out of the water. They're going to take over the land. They'll use their weapons. They are storing weapons. And they will overrun the land. But what they won't expect is for you to go out onto the water. So you go out onto the water with your harpoon, and you wait for them to come back. And as they're coming back, you'll catch them off guard. And that's when we strike. That's when we have our great resistance and our second rise up against our whale oppressors. Now, you might be wondering, on our agenda, I've put that there is maybe something that seems out of the norm, and that is the word Bollywood. Now, you might think, Bollywood, what's scary about that? And how could that possibly be tied to whales? I mean, there's just big musical numbers, lots of singing and organized dancing, you know, very pretty colors, lots of costume changes. Sometimes it's very rapid costume changes, but if you move the words around and then switch one letter out, you have global. That's what they're planning. They're working with the Indian nation. The Indian nation thinks it'll be safe by working with the whales. They cannot be trusted. So I hope that I have managed to enlighten you a bit, brought this threat to your attention. I hope I haven't scared anyone. If there's small children present, please comfort them, let them know it's safe for now, But be aware. Be aware of the threat that's looming. It'll come in the future. And there was a man who greatly understood the future. That man's name was Ray Kurzweil. And I'd like to present to you Ray's Kurzweil bass.